feel like I just get to express myself and show others that there's more to me than just how I dress. There's more stuff inside me than there is on the outside.
And I feel like the best part of these plays here at Civic is that you get to meet new people that could benefit you in your life.
I love the community because I've just met so many new people who like the things that I love. Most of my friends I've gotten from theater.
Everyone is kind, and it just makes you feel like you can be yourself at Civic.
Nothing's better than this.
It's the Civic Theatre Show from Civic Theatre of Greater Lafayette, Indiana.
Nothing's better than this.
I'm Jono. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. On this occasion, when you say the name 3 times, it summons the entire cast of Beetlejuice Jr., a musical adaptation of the beloved 1988 film, now being presented by the award-winning Civic Youth Theater. Coming up, the cast talks about previous roles that they've played. You will discover quickly that although they are young, this cast draws from collective experience that is absolutely huge, perhaps bordering on supernatural. Also impressive is that for this podcast, the cast interviewed each other, writing most of their own questions, exploring their characters, sharing of themselves freely, just as they do on stage, and even being reflective, contemplating how their participation in civic theater is changing them in the real world. Here's the cast of Beetlejuice Jr.
We're gonna live while young, chasing down the sun, gonna drive all night with you. Like birds set free, going where we feel like blazing skies with you. Live while young.
Hi, I'm Griffin, and I'm playing Maxie Dean in Ensemble.
I am Mary, and I am playing Dead Jockey and also am in the ensemble.
I've done theater for about 2 years. I started when I auditioned for Ernest at Civic Theatre, but I didn't get in. And I auditioned for Footloose, and I did get in. Then I did Godspell, where my brother got in as Jesus, and I played an ensemble role. Then at Civic, I also played Dangerous Beans in The Amazing Maurice and Its Educated Rodents. And then I played Pete, Steve, and Man in Almost Maine.
I've been in theater for a while. I started in 3rd grade when I was 9. My first show was The Phantom Toll Booth here at Civic. Then 2 years later, I did Frozen Jr. also at Civic, so it was kind of on and off for my first few years. And then 7th grade for me, I started doing more shows. I did my school's fall play of Humpty Dumpty is Missing, or The Mysterious Case of the Fallen Egg, and I was like the wall in that show. I did my school's spring musical, The Wizard of Oz, as ensemble that year. Over the summer, I did Acorn's summer show, The Lightning Thief the Musical. I was Sally Jackson in that. Then I did Almost Maine and Mary Poppins at CC, Almost Maine at Civic, and Mary Poppins at CC last spring. I did Something Rotten in the summer, and now I'm doing Beetlejuice Jr.
What has been rehearsing for 2 months been like?
It's been good, and it's definitely helped build skills and grow as actors, dancers, and singers. It's a little difficult, especially doing multiple dance rehearsals in a row, but it really has helped having longer rehearsals for a 2-month period. It's really helped us get ready to do a full performance.
And are you ready to start your first performance in exactly a week?
Personally, I think yes, I am definitely ready. And as a whole, yes, I think we're ready. There's still going to be like cleanup spots and whatnot because that's the nature of doing a production, but I think we are ready to start doing performances.
Hi, I'm Jack, and I play Otho, the Girl Scout, and a cheerleader.
Hi, I'm Luna, and I play Maxine Dean, parachute jumper, mortars, and cheerleader.
So what made you want to get into theater?
I I've always been in love with musicals. I've watched them my whole life. My grandma used to be a musician, same with my dad. And so I've always been like very interested in that kind of stuff. And I just am really grateful that I get to be in this one. So what's your favorite part of being in Civic Theatre so far?
I feel like I just get to express myself and show others that there's more to me than just my looks and how I dress. There's more stuff inside me than there is on the outside.
Have you ever been interested in like theater before auditioning for this?
Yes and no. I've been more into choir, and then last year I got into the more musical side of things when our choir, Sunnyside Singers, did a Broadway themed show, and that really inspired me to start to get more into musicals, Broadway plays, and all that stuff.
Hi, I'm John and I play Beetlejuice.
Hi, I'm Audrey and I play Barbara.
Hi, I'm Oliver and I play ensemble.
Okay, so Audrey, I recall you telling me that this is your first time playing a lead, correct?
Yes.
How has the experience changed from ensemble to lead?
It feels a lot more special. It's definitely very scary coming into it because there's a lot more lines and blocking to memorize, but it definitely builds confidence. I've had a lot of fun doing it.
Okay.
Oliver, how's it feel having a shrunken head in this show?
You know, it's a very interesting costume that I really like. It's probably my favorite costume that I've ever done in theater. John, how does Beetlejuice allow you to express your emotions through the character?
So this one's a fun one. This is a very, very energy-heavy role, so I get to put everything I have into the character, which expresses my emotions a lot, and there's a lot of emotional contrast in Beetlejuice, despite not seeming like it on the surface, so it's fun whenever I can put my own spin on it.
Hi, I'm Maya Carr, and I am playing Delia.
Hi, I'm Elias Krieger, and I am playing Charles.
So, what is your favorite part about Civic Theatre?
My favorite part about Civic Theatre is having a set schedule and also having provided snacks. It's very helpful and very fun. For you, what was your first acting experience? Where was it and what was it?
It was with Civic. I think my first acting experience was in Frozen Jr., which was way back in the 2020 era, which half of our shows actually got canceled because of COVID, which was an interesting experience, but it was really fun. Why did you get into theater?
My stepmom really liked it, and so she took us to a bunch of shows and played a bunch of musical stuff all the time. And I found out that my school had a drama club, so I decided to join, and I got started into theater. Why did you choose to stay with Civic for so long, up until this point as well?
I absolutely love the people here. And just the entire environment is so amazing and awesome, and I have nothing but good things to say about it. Is there a reason that you stuck with theater for a while? I know you did a bunch of Harrison plays and musicals.
Yeah, the main thing that made me stick with theater for so long is the people and the environment and everyone who I knew and got to know doing it. And I just really enjoyed getting to spend time with my friends. Here at Civic, I get to meet even more people and hang out with even more awesome, incredible people. What drew you to doing Beetlejuice specifically at Civic?
I started listening to the musical the year before. So when I saw that Civic was doing it, I was like, I really, really want to do this. I don't know who I want to be, but I know I want to do it. So here I am.
Hi, I am Key, and I am playing Adam.
Hi there, I am Oma Martinez, and I play a various amount of ensemble characters, but my favorite one has been Beetlejuice Clone.
What would you say, the hardest parts of Beetlejuice, in rehearsals, or just trying to do the work for it?
Well,
what would you say the toughest moments are?
Originally, as a Beetlejuice clone, I had to wear these skin-tight pants, which was, horrible for a little bit. It wasn't that bad, but it was, it wasn't, pleasant.
Oh.
But obviously, the people here are so accommodating that they switched me to a baggier pair to fit, the only male Beetlejuice clone.
Yeah. Oh, so you are the only male?
I am the only male
Oh,
Beetlejuice
wow.
clone. How has Civic as a production team been compared to other places? Like, if you've ever done musicals at your school, how would you say Civic is compared to the others?
I would say just off the bat, Civic is a lot more flexible with working with everybody. Like if there are things that randomly pop up, they can work around it or they continue working, and it doesn't cause any issues within the team itself necessarily. Like let's say I was in Hunchback when some people would be gone because of certain things, we couldn't really do anything without them. But for Civic, I like the way that they just continue moving. They continue like putting it out there. They continue working really hard, and then the people that do come back after that, they immediately take it right back.
Absolutely. It's very flexible in what it allows us to do. I think it's one of the most freeing production teams I've
Exactly.
been in, and I really like that aspect about it.
How did you expect Beetlejuice was gonna be? Like,
Oh, okay, that's a really good one. I had a lot of ideas coming into this because my friend, my glorious friend Cece, she told me about this, and she was like, "You should do Beetlejuice," and I'm like, I don't know. Because, like, at first, I was, like, super new to the whole musical scheme in general, so it was like, wow, this may not be for me. Because I only started my sophomore year being a junior now, so I've only had, like, a year of
Oh, wow.
acting experience under my belt. But I did it anyway, and I thought Civic was going to be much more, like, cut and dry, like, down the business than it is. It's so much more silly than I thought it was going to be, and it's just way less restricting than I thought it was going to be. And I think it's because like I'm so used to doing like my school musicals where those are like you have to do what they tell you because they already have it like set in stone. But it's so much more pleasant than what I was expecting it to be. Not that I was expecting like come in here and be, bullied, but it was I came in here and I was like it's going to be pretty like cut and dry, isn't it? But it's been really fun. I think it's been great so far. And the second question I wanted to ask you, how many shows have you been in before I lead in with a question?
oh, around 8.
How would you say Beetlejuice has been compared to the other shows? Like, how fun has it been? What are the aspects you like about it? And most importantly, what do you like about playing Adam than you have with your other leads?
For me being Adam, there are other people putting in as much work as I have been, and it's really refreshing to know that like if you stumble, people can pick you back up immediately after. Also, another thing, this is only like my third lead, so it's been really like I have a lot more room to play with. Like, for an example, I'm in that attic most of the time, and so I have to think of things to like do and how to react to what's
You make
going
it so
on.
fun, though. Either way, like when I get to like turn around and I see you have like a pot on your head or something, like that's always like a joy to see mid-show.
Exactly. It's like you just get a lot more room when you get stuff down and then you get to play. And I really like that about this show. It's a lot of silly goofiness.
I think that I think that adds a lot to it. I've only been like a lead once, and it wasn't really like a lead role. I played Ryan in High School Musical, and Ryan was so much fun to play. But like, even though I'm just ensemble, I can say that I've had like honestly quite a bit more fun here than I did at my school's musical. I did love my school musical though. Like I got to play Morris Delancey last year in Newsies. But I think overall we can both agree here that the environment is very positive along with everyone that I've gotten to work with. It's a great community in general. It's a very good space for beginners and it's just an incredible area to work with if you want to be with people that are fun to work with and very accepting and will help you along the way.
And on top of that, they have like 3 different directors, so all of them are going to be like different feelings for each other.
And don't get me started on the stage. It's incredible this year.
Exactly.
For everyone seeing it, I think they're going to be blown away with what we've had here.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible.
Hi, my name is Freya, and I play Dead Cheerleader, a Girl Scout, and a Mourner.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and I play a Dead Cheerleader, a Girl Scout, and a Mourner too. Okay, Freya, what's the most challenging part of performing these roles?
I feel like the most challenging part is probably holding in my laugh because I just kind of tend to laugh easily, and some of the stuff that's happening on stage is kind of hilarious. So I feel like the biggest part and struggle is kind of just holding my laugh. So if the Girl Scout actually met Beetlejuice, how do you think she would react?
I think she would cry. I think that she would like, I don't know, I feel like she would go around like as one of those little tumbling weights. And I feel like her little cookies would just leave a trail of her.
That's actually real. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, which character besides ours would you want to play if you could switch?
I actually think that I would probably maybe want to play Delia, just because I would love her energy on stage and how she's kind of like iconic. I just think that would be a really fun role to play.
I feel like that would suit you.
Yeah, yeah. So I know we were in School of Rock in November of 2024, which was a great hit. So what do you think is kind of just a different aspect of each character? Because I know you played Chanel, and you also play in this show a dead cheerleader, Girl Scout, mourner, which is different. And, you know.
A different aspect for both is like they're like dead, and we have to act like all gothy. But in like School of Rock, we were like nice little prep kids.
I feel that same way too.
What's a different aspect of your characters?
So in School of Rock, I played Summer Hathaway. So I feel like she was a kind of little bit bratty kind of schoolgirl. And in this show, I, play a dead cheerleader, and I guess I'm a little bit bratty too. But as a Girl Scout, I'm just this scared, innocent little girl who is trying to, escape from the house. So I just feel like there's a difference between innocence and kind of bratty, all that different like personalities that I carried as Summer.
I see.
Yeah. Give a favorite rehearsal memory so far.
I would say first like getting our costumes or just learning the music, because I feel like the music, because we got to sit in our own little spots, and I feel like that brought us closer because we sat next to each other and we finally got to like reconnect after being in several shows together.
Yeah. Like, we've known each other for 3 years now, and so this is our, fourth show together? What do you think is kind of different about this than the others?
This one's different than the others because the others, they've never been this, like dramatic.
Yeah.
Because in here, we're screaming in some of them. We have our little, like, tight voice because we sing. And in our other ones, we were in Charlie Brown Christmas. We were ensemble, and we were just singing, and we were singing nicely. School of Rock, we were singing nicely. Matilda, we were singing nicely.
Yeah.
And this one's like all nasally.
Nasally, kind of bratty. Yeah, I just feel like in the other shows, we were a little, I guess you could say, kind of more innocent and kind of more quiet.
Yeah.
Kind of more like put back. But this one, we just kind of bring out more character.
Yeah, because this one's like an ensemble heavy show.
Yeah, ensemble heavy. Yeah, exactly. Do you think you're more like the Girl Scout or the dead cheerleader in real life?
I think I'm more of the Girl Scout in real life because, I don't know, I don't really like talk like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like I'm really talkative, and I feel like a cheerleader is like here and there. She likes to talk to everybody. She's one of those popular girls. And I feel like I'm not like that. I feel like I'm quiet and would do just a little side business to get some money for cookies.
Exactly. For me, I've been told I'm kind of outgoing and more of just kind of like an extroverted person. I just kind of feel like I'm more like the cheerleader, I guess. But yeah, how has being in this show made you feel more confident, creative, more kind of outgoing?
I feel like this show has made me more outgoing because we're like almost in every single scene except for like a little bit. And we're wearing more like costumes. We finally get to like show our character more because we have 3.
Yeah.
And I feel like that really like brings out like a person, because it's not just like, oh, I'm standing here, I'm just a little sprinkle on the Sunday.
Yeah.
No, I'm like practically the whole Sunday.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I feel like that's made me more outgoing because people get to like see me and get to see more.
Yeah. I feel exactly the same way. I feel like it kind of brought out my confidence a little bit more because in School of Rock, I was like the main kid, but I wasn't the main character. Obviously, Rivers, she played the main character. So I just feel like this kind of gave me a little bit of kind of both, like the ensemble but kind of main character mix. And I feel like that gave me more enthusiasm, confidence, kind of just being more creative with myself and others. So since we're, practically best friends, 3 years going strong. So what is our favorite memory?
I feel like all of our favorite moments is
Have
just
been in,
like being
Civic
here.
shows. Yeah, being here, just
We
being
met
present.
here because of Civic.
Exactly.
I don't think I would have known you for any other reason if you weren't here.
Exactly, yeah.
And I feel like the best part of these plays here at Civic is that you get to meet new people that could benefit you in your life.
Exactly. I feel the exact same way.
Hi, my name is Jillian Atkins. I am a part of the Undead Ensemble. My most notable role in that is the cigar monster from the What I Know Now number.
Hi, I'm Marie Venus. I am also a part of the Undead Ensemble. And my most notable character is Death by Toaster in What I Know Now.
What have been your past theater experiences? What have you done before this? Whether it's musicals or just plays.
So I did Your Good Man, Charlie Brown musical at one of my old schools. I was Linus. I did Seussical over the summer.
I heard that was pretty good.
It was actually really great.
Okay,
the
heck
kids
yeah.
were great. It was a really big age group, but I feel like we all, having the diversity of the age groups was really nice.
No, it's always nice to have kids at different ages.
Right now, I'm in Get Smart
Ooh.
for my school. I am Princess Ingrid.
Ooh, okay.
And then this one. How about you? What are your acting experiences, past shows?
So, I don't know the exact age range, but back when I was younger, I used to do a bunch of improv classes with Civic. I took a bunch of acting in general, not just improv, but I did some other stuff just classic stage work.
That's awesome.
My first ever show was with Acorn. It was the Addams Family musical, and I played Mal Beinecke. Quite the big role for being my first show. I was also in Something Rotten this summer as Shylock, which was also very enjoyable.
I heard that one was really good.
No, yeah, it was so fun to act in. Acorn also did a production of Your Good Man, Charlie Brown.
That's awesome.
And I played Schroeder. That by far has to be my favorite role ever.
I love Schroeder's character.
I know, I love Schroeder so much. He's so mean. And then with Civic, my first show back to Civic was Footloose, which was quite enjoyable. It was a large cast, and I have to be honest, I kind of cried after the auditions because I didn't know if I was going to get in, but I did.
About this musical, what would you say is the most difficult character to play out of all of your characters?
The cheerleader. Only because I get that's an ensemble part, and I get it's only for one song, but also with my identity, I don't like being in a skirt for more than I have to be.
That is valid.
Which for mourner, I'm also in a skirt, but the thing is, I've actually worn that outfit, and it's a longer one, and I'm far more comfortable in that because actually my mourner fit is actually almost the exact same fit that I wore to a wedding.
Okay.
To my aunt's wedding. So maybe that's why I'm more comfortable wearing that because it makes me think of my aunt's wedding, and she's my favorite person ever. So
Aww, yeah.
I like wearing that outfit. It's the same shoes and everything too. It's perfect. What about you?
Out of all of my characters, I would say it's either really difficult being an extra Beetlejuice clone because of just having to do that really quick outfit change just to be in that, just to be in a little part of the dance break, or Death by Toaster because it is really hard to do stuff holding a toaster.
No, yeah, I get that. I feel bad for you because my prop is little tiny. I could shove it in my pocket. So, what was the reason you decided to audition for the show in the first place? What drew you in?
So I've really liked Beetlejuice for a while, but I was really skeptical to audition. But Beetlejuice is just fun. Beetlejuice has always been something that I watch for Halloween every year.
No, definitely. Beetlejuice is a really good movie. How has theater in general, this show, past shows, how has that changed you as a person, as an individual?
So for me, it was Seussical because I feel like... So I have a bunch of siblings already. I have 8 siblings. I'm the oldest girl. I have an older brother and 7 younger siblings.
Oh my gosh.
I have a couple step siblings, but more than 10 years, they're your siblings at that point,
No, yeah.
So, I've already been around a bunch of kids. Our cast was 45 kids.
Oh my god.
So it was a lot of kids and a lot of different personalities. And I feel like in a way that made me become more adaptable and more flexible towards people's personalities and how everyone's different.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think theater in general theater-wise, I think my flexibility with roles has changed very much. I think that I mean, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm the greatest, I can fit in every role, but also I feel like I'm very flexible when it comes to roles, and just whenever someone puts me in a role, I can get used to that, and I think that's my theater experience.
I've definitely seen that with cheerleader. Like, as much as, like you said, you don't really like the costume,
Yeah.
aren't very comfortable with it just because of how you identify, I feel like you really do well in that one, even though you don't really like it. Like, you do great in all the roles you have.
Cute. And I think as a person, I think theater has definitely made me, not only just theater, but the people I've been around, because there's been a bunch of people that I've been so inspired by and who have changed like me as a person, because I think I've just been more, I don't know, I wouldn't say more outgoing because I'm still quiet. I still can't ask anyone for anything, but I think that's just, specifically in the theater space, I think that's made me more approachable, because I like making sure that people feel like comfortable around me, you know? I want people to be able to come to me and be like, guess what happened today, girl? And I'd be like, oh, what happened? Because I just like listening to people, and I feel like theater has kind of helped me embody that a little more.
And that's a great thing. That's awesome, Jillian.
Exactly.
Hi, my name is Ellie, and I play some ensemble characters in Beetlejuice. Some of the characters I play are cheerleader, mourner, lawyer, and Girl Scout.
Hi, I'm Reese. I play Juno, cheerleader, and Beetlejuice clone.
Reese, what has been your favorite experience at Civic?
My favorite experience has been School of Rock because it's just a really good show and I really liked the experience. How about you?
I liked all of them, but Macbeth, or the Scottish play, was my first play ever, so it was really special for me, just like the first experience of being in a production, so that was really cool. And then Seussical was more like in a bigger production and a musical, so they were all different experiences.
So, what is your favorite thing about being in Beetlejuice? Like, what's your favorite character or things that you get to do?
I really like being a lawyer because I like acting kind of way older than I really am, and it's just really fun to act like something that you're not. And I feel like that's a really fun thing about theater. I also like being a cheerleader because I feel like I've kind of always wanted to be a cheerleader, but I've never really had, so it's really fun.
I really like being Juno because, like, I definitely get to act older than I am, and it's fun because I get a cowbell and I get to be super loud. And I really like being a cheerleader because I just like the sharpness of the moves that we get to do.
Why did you choose to be in Beetlejuice Jr.?
Well, Beetlejuice is like my favorite show on earth, and I love the original cast of it on Broadway, and I love it so much. So that's why I auditioned for the show, because I knew that it'd just be like a super fun experience, because I know that the show is like so awesome.
I wanted to be in Beetlejuice because I loved doing the Scottish play and Seussical so much that I wanted to just keep on going, and Beetlejuice has been really fun. It's been different than both of them because the Scottish play was more not a musical, and then Seussical was kind of more fun ideas, and then this one's kind of about death, but it's really fun still. What roles in the show have made you learn new things or learn new things about yourself?
I feel like it's not exactly roles that like teach me about myself. It's like School of Rock, the whole experience, like that huge. It was like my first like main stage show with like a huge cast and like with like adults and kids. So that like I think it gave me like, more confidence. And things that like helped me grow as an actor was I played at Summerstock. I played Evie, and like it helped me learn how to be like sassy as an actor. Tamika helped me be sad as an actor, and also sassy. So a lot of sassy roles I've played. How about you?
Well, I agree that it's not exactly the roles, but more of the experiences. Like in the plays, I've learned different things, like how to do better on acting as well, and I've learned more. And I feel like I've gotten better at singing throughout doing the musicals, and just learning how to really act and become one with your character has helped.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about Civic and just being a part of it?
Oh, I love the community because like I've just met so many new people who like the things that I love, and like it's I've definitely like most of my friends I've gotten from theater, and it's just and I love the experiences and everything and the community.
I agree. The community is very strong and everyone is kind, and it just makes you feel like you can be yourself at Civic, which I think is really nice.
Would you ever want to be on Broadway?
Ooh, I think that based on right now, I'm really enjoying being in productions, and it would be awesome to be on Broadway someday, but I'm not sure. What about you?
Yeah, it's my dream to be on Broadway. I don't really know what else I do with my life, so yeah, definitely.
I'm Katie Patukis, and I'm in a few ensembles, but I'm also the dance captain, which I'm super duper excited about because I feel like that's my strongest suit in theater.
I'm Quinn. I'm in the ensemble, and some of my roles are Girl Scout, cheerleader, mourner, and some extra stuff.
My name is Cody, and I'm also in ensemble, and I am also playing Girl Scout, cheerleader, and mourner. I'm also playing the sandworm, too.
So, what is so special about this production of Beetlejuice, since I know that both of you guys have been in a couple other things?
I've been getting into darker shows because I was in the Scottish play, and I watched the second Beetlejuice, and then when I saw that Civic was doing auditions, I watched the first one, and I thought it was a really cool musical, and I really wanted to be a part of it.
I heard about Beetlejuice at the season reveal that I went to, so I wanted to try out for it because it's probably one of my favorite movies, and it's a really good classic movie that I really like to watch, and I thought it would be a really fun experience trying it out, seeing how it would look and everything that would go on, especially as a musical too.
What other productions have you done?
This is I'm getting in the 20s for Civic Productions. I've lost complete track, but the most recent one was Seussical, and then before that was the Scottish play.
This is my 7th show, I believe, and my most recent was The Amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents, and that was not a musical, so it was still very fun. And then the one before that I did Descendants, and that was a musical.
This is my 4th show. Most recently I was in the Scottish play, and then in January I was in The Amazing Maurice.
So why do you like Civic, and how did you get involved in it?
When I was little, around 6 maybe, I really, really wanted to be on stage, and I always got told that I should try it out. And I mean, I don't really know why. I was really, really quiet when I was younger, and I just thought that it would be special. And at first I kind of hated it, but I also loved it at the same time. I would cry all the time, but eventually I got over that, and I slowly started to kind of grow into this space that used to feel really, really huge.
Yeah, I went with my mom, I don't know how much years ago, but we went to A Christmas Story, which I know you were in, Cody.
Yeah.
And yeah, I saw it, and after the show, I remember telling my mom, I want to do that, I want to be on stage. And then I auditioned, and yeah.
So I heard about it from my cousin who originally did it, and she's also in this show. And I was like, that seems really fun. And I was like, I want to try that. And my first show I ever tried out was Matilda, and I got in it. It was really fun with my director, TJ. And I just really liked the community and everything, so I kept on doing it.
What is the best and most scariest part of auditioning for a show?
Honestly, kind of the beginning, because you're seeing so much people and you're kind of worried, scared, and yeah. And then also I know when we're auditioning like at different spaces, it like changes, but the first moment you see like the director and all of the people on the crew, you get kind of like tense.
Well, for me, I am like get really nervous when it comes to auditioning because mainly for musicals because you're singing, dancing, and doing lines and like you're mainly tired by the end of it. But
Yeah.
for plays, it's a whole nother story. Like you're just saying lines. But I see so many people and like I just go out there, sing a song, dance, say my lines or whatever, and then I just like get over it after I'm done with it. I'm like, okay, that wasn't terrible. Like, it's not that bad in the end.
So what's a story of like auditioning and you like preparedness wise, like where you thought you weren't prepared enough or that type of thing?
So when we auditioned for the Scottish play, I actually had never touched Shakespeare in my life. And so I really, really tried to understand it, but when I got to the actual audition, I completely fumbled all of it because I remembered I actually have no idea what the text is saying. However, when we got to the actual show, I thought it was extremely helpful that we all got to sit down and go line by line on each and everything. But
Yeah.
still, that was extremely nerve-wracking.
My probably most nerve-wracking one is my first show, Matilda, because I had no idea what I was doing at all. I was like, I have no experience of singing at all. And I like just got a piece of music that they gave us and sang it. And like, it wasn't absolutely terrible for lines because you didn't have to memorize those and stuff like that. And the dancing part, that was not super hard because I did dance a couple years before doing Civic.
Yeah, same for me. It was my first show definitely because especially the music, I didn't know how an audition was going to be like or like what was going to happen at the audition. And I thought I was really prepared with my music. Turns out I was not. I forgot the lyrics, so that was very nerve-wracking at the moment because I was like, I just felt so embarrassed.
But you still got the part.
Yeah, so I thought the rest of my audition was good, and it made me really happy because it was my first production again, and it was the same season as when I basically said I wanted to be on stage. And so it felt like I went out of my comfort zone kind of and tried a new thing, and I accomplished it, and it felt really good.
Yeah, and I can actually think of another thing is for musicals, back in the day, which it wasn't very far, it was like 2017, they used to make us sing the Star Spangled Banner for the audition song, but it wasn't the beginning, it was the really high part. And at that point, I mean, I didn't get like exactly the role I wanted, but I was so incredibly grateful that I even got to do it, that it didn't even matter. And then, of course, for the Scottish play, I originally got cast as Macduff, which is the hero. I don't know how else to word that. The hero. But around halfway through, they switched the roles. So I had to play a more villain-like character. And initially I was excited, and then I was really, really nervous, and then I was excited again. So it can change at any moment, honestly.
Yeah, that was also my first show. It was like nerve-wracking. I was like, how did I even get in? Like, I'm not even that good of a singer. But I got in, and I was like, okay, this is actually not hard at all. And then, like, I found out I had quite a bit of lines in that one. I was like, I'll memorize them, and I memorized them really fast. And it was like, not as hard as I expected it to be. And it was just way better than I thought it would be.
Hi, my name is Molly, and I am playing the lead role, Lydia.
Hi, my name is Shaylee, and I'm playing Miss Argentina. So, Molly, how have you liked playing Lydia?
It's been very exciting. I cannot wait for opening night. As nerve-wracking as it has been, I can't wait to finally have an audience.
I feel the exact same way about the role I play.
So what's it like being your first show at Civic?
It's an amazing experience. I absolutely love how tight-knit everybody is. At the theaters I've been at previously, there have been very few connections, and it's the exact opposite here. Everybody has someone to talk to all the time, and nobody is ever sitting alone or just scrolling on their phone, and it feels like everybody has a tight bond with the show and with everyone there.
Mm-hmm.
How have your experiences at Civic been?
They've been great so far. This is actually the first time I've been able to play a sentimental role and actually a significant female role. I've always been casted as the hilarious male character, and it's actually good to be able to express other aspects of my acting.
What previous roles have you played that have been like the comedic guy roles?
Well, my first ever show, which was at Acorn Players, I was in the Addams Family musical, and I was Fester Addams.
He's a hilarious character. I love him so much.
I was also in Something Rotten, and I was Nostradamus.
Hey! I've never seen the show, but that sounds like such a fun role to play. I've done previous roles as well. Some of my favorites were Maleficent and Descendants, Molly Astor and Peter and the Starcatcher. They were just standouts to me because they were big roles that I got a chance to portray a lot of different varieties of my acting and what I got to show to an audience that made me stand out. So you said that this role is very sentimental. Are you a sentimental person at all?
I would say that while yes, I am pretty strong in comedic timing, that I have also been able to express emotion other than just making people laugh for the heck of it.
So when you have to bring emotions into a character, how do you bring them from yourself into the character? Like, how do you bring them from what you feel the character would be feeling into how they would portray it?
Well, I like to imagine the character as, well, a real person, and I imagine myself telling their story through how I've seen the character, if I've seen them at all, or how I think I would see them. And then I just try to portray that emotion through my acting.
That's awesome. I love doing that with characters I've played previously as well. It lets me express things that we normally wouldn't be able to express.
Theater has affected my real life, and not just theater, but this show in particular has always made me look forward to something. Like, even if I've had a bad day, like, oh, I have rehearsal later today, and I get to see all of my friends and be on the cool set and get to do all of these awesome things and wear a pretty costume. It's just such an amazing experience that I'm always looking forward to.
It's the same way for me. I'm able to see people that I wouldn't be able to see usually. Like when I was in middle school, I wouldn't get to see high schoolers until rehearsals, and I was very close with some of them. It brings a lot of joy to me.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Annika. I play Sky, and I also play a cheerleader and a mourner and a studio audience.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn, and I am an ensemble, but I'm most excited about being a Beetlejuice clone because I get to dance.
What are some past roles that you've played?
Well, I was Freckles in 101 Dalmatians. I don't remember a lot of that because I think I was like 9 years old. It was like 5 years ago, so. I was a part of the Isle Ensemble in Descendants. I also loved that role. I got to like be rude, and you don't get to do that without getting in trouble every day, so. And I was a bird girl in Seussical, and I think that had to be my favorite role because like I just loved everything. Like I love my hair, I love my makeup, I love my costume, I love my choreography, I loved everything. I loved the cast. So what was your favorite role that you ever played?
Probably Gertrude in Seussical, because it was a really fun experience, and it was my first musical.
So what other shows have you been in?
I was Ichabod Crane in The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, Ebenezer Scrooge in A Christmas Carol, and, like I said, Gertrude McFuzz in Seussical.
I loved you as Gertrude. I'm just going to show you were amazing.
Thanks, you were such a good bird girl.
Oh, thank you.
And we were on stage together a lot, so that was fun.
So if you were to be on Broadway, what character would you like to play?
Like in any show?
Yeah.
Maybe like Elphaba or Glinda.
Ooh, those are good ones.
Wicked. What about you?
But if I had to pick one, I'll probably pick Heather McNamara in Heathers.
Why do you pick that role?
I just love her vibe out of all the Heathers. Like, Like, I just love her energy. I love her so much.
What do you most love about Civic?
I guess I would love that no one judges me. It's just nice to kind of be in a space where, like, you could be whoever you want to be and no one will care.
Yeah.
What about you?
Probably the same for me. It's nice to know that I have like a big group of people that also love musicals, like my family. And people like judge you at school and you can't always be yourself because you're afraid about what other people think. But people don't do that at Civic. It's different.
Yeah, I love it here.
The cast of Beetlejuice Jr. Tickets for their upcoming shows on October 10th, 11th, and 12th, 2025 are on sale at LafayetteCivic.org. Directed by Benji Braswell, Civic Youth Theater earned awards earlier this year from the American Association of Community Theater, including Outstanding Achievement in Ensemble Work and the Backstage Award for Organized Setup, Transitions, and Load-In and Load-Out of set pieces, props, and costumes. In the next episode of the Civic Theater Show, coming to the Monon Depot Theater in November 2025, Young Frankenstein. Music for this podcast is licensed by Audio. That's AUDIIO.com. I'm John O. Thanks for listening. The Civic Theater Show is presented by Civic Theater of Greater Lafayette, Indiana. See yourself here.